Ryan Stonehouse. And here we go from Lambeau. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. Shoots away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, to win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hurts on 3rd and 2. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
All set to go now from the 35. First and 10, around to Robinson. Escapes the defender. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. On the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Hurts tucks it, starts running. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. It's a 39-yarder from the left hash. Looking good, but just a little too far left. He missed it. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Taken down.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll give the Packers the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 6.
Back to Hampton. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Sly's kick is up and good. And that will get them on the board.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This makes it up to the 25. The Vikings, and running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And you can see he's valued well beyond his work just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
First down. A gain of 14. And the Vikings first down.
Another carry for Robinson. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Vikings first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
The motion a receiver left. On the ground, this is Damian Martinez. And the Packers secure it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
We're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Packers and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. That's Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
Smith and Jigba. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Lamar off the play fake. Next on the crosser. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's good for a Packers first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Packers on top early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They start out 2nd and 10. Oh, he loses the football. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And that right there is why they coach you to never give up on a play, Brock. Recover the fumble, and he's able to get him the first down, too.
Yards on the play. And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
He's
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
It's Hampton on second. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
10 yards. That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Space to the left. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. 4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
That's another Packers
From the red zone now. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 9-point advantage. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point is up and good from slide. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game.
Packers 10, Vikings nothing.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Knoll to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. They've got a man in motion. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's going to get this one in the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It's a gain of
They've got first down here from the 36.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the
Hurts to throw.
36-yard line.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion or at a premium in this league.
On third down, it's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
Vikings first down. A gain of 12.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
That's another Vikings first down.
And again, here's Hurts. Brought in, close to the 8. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. Right, higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First and 10. Here's Hampton. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Julian Blackman. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Setting him on the dive. Into enemy territory and a yard at most from the first. That brings up 3rd down. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Jackson trying to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Changing it up here, Jackson. He's got Shaheed. And he's brought down after a short gain.
1 yard gain. Brings up
From the gun, Jackson.
at the 46-yard line.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs from the 37.
First down.
Hampton now up the middle. He has room past the 25. Through the middle. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 9-point advantage.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Here's Slide to try the point after. He connects on the extra point try. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Vikings and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. New set of downs for him from the 31. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. No one's around him, he's got space. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On first down, Hurts. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now they face 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Eric Ray. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there. So we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers.
2nd and goal.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Now Hurts. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings face a 4-point deficit. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Vikings 14.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Omarion Hampton with the return. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open the drive. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. It's the Packers leading from Lambeau. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Jackson on 3rd and 1. Past the line, he's going to run for it. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Vikings 35.
Jackson to throw it. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. On 3rd down, Vikings sending out 6 DBs for the dime set. 3rd and long for him here. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Vikings and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. They'll run the draw with Robinson. Jukes away from one. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hurts now from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. 1st down from the 42. Hurts. Connects here with Jalen Noel. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Hurts throwing again. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
And the Vikings.
1st down throwing for Hurts. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Hurts yet again. He finds Brown right side. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You could take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
At their own 35-yard line.
The final throw before the break. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion. So we're all knotted up here at the Half Rock as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Here's Hampton on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this 2nd half. And they could take control of the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. Down inside, give to Hampton. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball, but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
Out of bounds, the offense retains possession.
Hampton gets the hand down. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
This is complete to Schultz. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's got it near the 8. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
14 more yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Smith and Jigba. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
2nd and goal, here comes the option. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it. But they did it a whole lot.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 17.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings, running back John Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. First and 10, a run to Robinson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes.
Now he's hit, Hurts fumbles. Packers pick it up. And they will take this down inside the 10. Got the recovery, and now they're going to start with 1st and goal.
I mean, there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you, right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Now on with Hampton. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's another for him. And he's stuck for a loss again, this time at the 3. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Escapes the defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd
Back to throw, Hurts. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First and 10 at the 40.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Vikings are going to have a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Hurts on first down. Short pass brought in. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
That's another Vikings first down.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle, taken in by Higgins. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Packers and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. Running it with Hampton. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. I love the aggressiveness from this defense. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Jackson keeping it himself. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Vikings and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Drive begins with a run. He is rocked. That ball's free. And they say the Packers got to this one.
Yeah, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Packers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First down, here's Lamar. He keeps it and takes off. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Packers. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Sending them up the middle. He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Well, 2 left on the table there. Forget the goal line, Brock. They barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, to me right there, Kate, that's a sign this defense did their homework, studied their tendencies. Yet no way that running back was going to get that one in, not with that force of the defense coming at him.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. No to return this. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Has good room at the 35. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. On the ground, this is Damian Martinez. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Hits him on the out. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
First down. A gain of 14.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Hurts setting up to throw. Drop on this time, they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down. Hurts to throw. He's going to run for it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
Pass on for the extra point. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Vikings trim the deficit down to 5.
Vikings 31.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's Hampton on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Now offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On first down, Jackson. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 36.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
Across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Lamar off the play fake. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And they stop him before he can reach that marker. And now we've got a penalty flag out too. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Vikings and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
In truth, Kate, kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
He can run it. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Martinez. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
A gain of 15 yards.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road, and what looked like a very plain play.
Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
41. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Back to throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And they're going to drop him to end the return, but this turnover isn't going to stand. We've got flags at the spot right where he picked it off. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. They'll run here following the penalty. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
He finds Brown right side. And this one only manages the arm before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up third and
Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He lofts it deep right side. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Oh, there was so much good on that play. Right play call, good route, great throw, Kate. Just needed to make the catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert in every time.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Gun. Here's Jackson. This is complete to Schultz. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. From the gun, it's on. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Second and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Hall. And dodge the tackle. Dodges another stop. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
That's good for a Packers first down.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun. Here's Hampton. He has the Packer first down. And Brock, that should be enough to win this game. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. This one's set up for Lamar. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. The designed run. Jackson keeping it. So this is a Packers win. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.
This one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft from Cal. It's Jared Goff.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
Steelers first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Steelers.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 35. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he's going to have the Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
At the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McCormick trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And McKee now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. McKee now to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. McCormick on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Steelers first down.
Goff now to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
That's another Steelers first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Steeler first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Goff. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's running across the football, put it on the carpet. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Well, McKee will look to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The Steelers offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. From the end zone, Goff. Over the middle, Harrison. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
For us Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
To throw is Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd
Out of the
and
gun,
7.
Goff. That's caught by Harrison, right side. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
A gain of 6 yards.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw, McKee. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
McKee to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Goff now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Steelers first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Tracy trying the right side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right at the
No
line
gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Goff. A short throw caught by Andrews. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's McKee. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Looking to throw. McKee. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down and around the 22. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here's Goff. A short throw caught by Andrews. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
McKee. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McKee. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
At the 36-yard line.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And McKee now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Second down and 4.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Now gone.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
a final shot before break here. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in the EA studios in Central Florida. If you're a fan of offense, and I know many of us are, this hasn't been the game for you. Zip, zip at the half, a rare score where next score might win. Let's find out who can break through into the third quarter. To call it for us, it's our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Well, these two offensive coordinators, they've likely been busy during the break. What can they do to generate some offense in the second half to come? And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. McKee now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
It's a pickup of 12 yards. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers, let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure, and the ball came free.
Here comes the... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On to give, it's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff now looking to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
A gain of 3.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Covered by J.C. Horn.
McKee will look to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Fair catch, signaled for
Atlanta now coming out on the field. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
13 yards on the play. And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's McCormick. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 37-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 14.
That's a gain
A
of
field
6.
goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
At the 13-yard line.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stumped the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And with it, they have taken the lead. Some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big three-point play right there, couldn't it?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Goff. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
It's 4th down.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff up the middle. McCormick. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. McKee. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to have the Falcons 1st down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's McCormick. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
from the 40 now on 2nd down. McKee. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Jalen Carter. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. McKee. Finding Shakir across the formation. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. McCormick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Maybe he hits him in stride.
And the Falcons are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And the Falcons, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Second and 11.
To throw is Goff. And he's got his man on the out route.
Goff's pass.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd down.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
The 32-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McCormick. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw, McKee. That is caught. And he's going to have the Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McCormick. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And now a carry here for their fullback. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a
tough spot here. Third down and 11. McKee to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Goff now to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Steelers first down.
This is Hunter. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again on the ground with Hunter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up third.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
4th down.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Steelers first down.
From the 50, it's Goff. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
throwing again is Goff.
At the 48-yard line.
He completes it to Hunter. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Goff. And this one complete to Smith. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's McKee. The rifle's complete. Caught by Moore. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. 3rd and 2. McKee. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for Atlanta, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.